David's mighty warriors. In the era of David and Solomon, Israel had a strong army that was second to none in any country. The end of 1 Samuel talks about David's mighty army and tells the names of the 30 mightiest warriors. And, in particular, the names of the 3 warriors among them are written in detail. First, Josheb-Basshebeth was so good at fighting that in one battle he killed 800 men alone. The second warrior, Eleazar, stood his ground and struck down the Philistines till his hand grew tired and froze to the sword. His hand was probably tied to the sword and may have seemed as if his hand and the sword were one. All that the people of Israel had to do was just follow Eleazar and pick up the remnants of their enemy. The third man was Shammah, who took his stand in the middle of the field that his people had cultivated when the Philistines' army showed up just when the people of Israel were getting ready for harvest. He guarded the field when all other Israel army had run away. The Bible tells us a story which shows us how devoted these 3 mighty warriors were to David. By harvest time, the Philistine soldiers encamped and attacked Bethlehem, David's hometown, in order to steal their grain. At that time, David was at the cave of Adullam. Back then, there were 2 climates in Israel, a wet season and a dry season. It was dry season during the harvest time, so water was scarce and precious. David was thinking about the water that never dries inside the gates of his hometown Bethlehem. He questioned, "Who would get me water from the well by the gates of Bethlehem?" Philistine garrison was at Bethlehem, so no one could enter it. David never asked that in order for his warriors to do something as dangerous as to go into the Philistine garrison and get him some water. But the 3 warriors accepted David's words as commands to them. They ran to Bethlehem, where the Philistine army was encamped. The Philistine soldiers saw the 3 warriors attacking them with great force, and this scared them a great deal. The warriors went right through the Philistines' camp, drew water from the well near the gates of Bethlehem, and took the water to David. David was touched when he received the water, and he was sorry. David, not knowing what to do, prayed to God, "Lord, how dare I drink this water? Is it not the blood of men who went at the risk of their lives?" David thought that he had no right to drink it. In front of God, David poured the water that symbolized the loyalty and bravery of the 3 warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, David didn't think of the brave and loyal warriors as a mere instrument of battle for himself. He cared about them and was grateful towards them. And he believed that their bravery and loyalty came from God. What do you think of all this? Don't you think that David's thoughts about his warriors is what made David's country a strong nation?